everyone, and welcome to Phatt Chat. This is episode 36. Just joining us over here on my left, who had to run over here, is Josh.
Hey!
How's it going?
Pretty good.
Thanks for doing that.
Yeah,
so for anybody who doesn't know, because he was just off camera and he ran over here really quick, he was setting everything up. Because normally we have, for lack of better terms, a producer.
Wizard of Oz.
So normally he's over there manning all that, but he's on vacation. Well, I don't really want to call it vacation. It's work.
Business trip.
It's work.
Business trip.
Yeah. And then we normally have another camera guy who's also not here because he also has business going on.
Correct.
So busy day. So the four of us had to man this down. So Josh was over there getting everything set and then had to run over here really quick.
Yeah, check. So you're going to see me put this headphone in every once in a while. Oh, sorry. Talk to the mic.
Superstar.
This headphone in every once in a while. I'm listening to the stream. Make sure you guys got no audio issues. And you can hear us coming in clear as day. So, no, it's all good, bud.
Okay. We got it. We got it.
Your side could use a little more is all I'm saying, but okay.
No, my side's fine, man.
Okay.
All he's trying to say is that we need more Josh. That's all.
Perfect. I framed it exactly center.
Are you kidding me? We always need more Josh.
I agree.
Everyone needs more Josh in their life.
So we're also monitoring our chat rooms as well, so we will be interacting with you. Our normal system is not in play.
So we're having more fun so it's just more moving parts, which really is just going to lead to more mess ups, which should just lead to more fun.
Yep, I'm going to sign into the YouTuber
There
right
we
now.
go. Perfect. Oh, to the far right. That's James.
Is that me?
How's it going, James?
Who's James?
You.
I'm James.
You're James.
Hi.
How's it going?
I'm doing fantastic. How are you guys doing?
Really good.
Good.
I'm not as burnt as I was last podcast.
Yes, you look much better now.
I've been playing still a lot of Pokemon Go, but more
smarter.
in the shade.
And smarter.
Yeah.
But your face still looks a little red.
Oh, it is.
Yes. We also brought a special groupie with us today. Not on camera, but she's here. Hi, honey.
Oh, it's his wife. That's right. Oh, so cute. I was like,
Apparently, shout out to James's wife.
You're all who.
She's giggling like.
and for any newcomers, this is Andy.
Hey guys.
How's it going, Andy?
Good. How are you?
Doing great. So if you don't know Andy, that means you're not part of our Facebook group, which means you're doing something wrong.
Very wrong.
Which means
That is true.
You should go to Facebook, type in Phatt Island Gaming, and then you can find our actual company page, and then you can also find our group. Our group's a ton of fun.
And go to both.
Correct.
Yeah. You should do both. You should like the company page, and then you should go join the group because the group's so much fun.
Because that way you can play games with everybody. Because there's so much going on right now.
There
really is.
There really is. I mean, WoW is coming up, and Pokemon Go, and so, I mean.
I have been blown away because the group has had more Pokemon Go memes and posts than any other game. I mean, we're talking like more than Uncharted, more than Fallout, more than like, I almost want to say like equivalent to all of E3.
I think because I'm on that page, I literally see Pokemon Go all the time. Like, that's all I see anymore. Like, I open my Facebook, I'm like, Pokemon Go memes and Pokemon Go catches. And
Yep.
It's changing the world.
Yep.
I like it,
I
though.
even posted a catch today.
Yep.
It's fun, though, because the group does get heated. We're not going to say we're above console wars because we're not. But we do it. We try to do it in the most respectful, fun way. I might call you an asshole, but I promise you it's from the bottom of my heart.
And they probably were an asshole.
Probably.
That's true.
I'm looking at all you assholes out there.
All of you assholes.
All right. But like I said, you guys, Phatt Chat 36, you can catch it every Monday at 10 p.m.
Not Phatt Chat 36 specifically.
Well, okay, yeah, you can't. I mean, they could.
You mean
they
all of
could
You can
catch
watch it every Monday if you felt like
at 10 p.m. Pacific time if they were like so inclined to do it. But you can catch the podcast live.
That's true.
Every Monday at 10 p.m. Pacific time. So for everybody else in the world who has all these crazy times and your times change because you have daylight savings time,
Which you shouldn't.
figure it out. Because here in Tucson, where we film this, we don't do daylight savings time.
We ain't got time.
That's because we don't need more daylight.
There's too much daylight.
There's too much daylight.
Yeah, no, I agree.
Why would
Wholeheartedly.
Arizonans want to save it?
Yeah, we don't.
Because we're not a farming state.
The song
That's
is, I
true.
want to save time in a bottle, not fucking sunlight in a bottle.
Yeah.
Are you talking about Genie in a Bottle? Because I would probably give a lot of things to see you sing that song.
No, I'm talking about time in a bottle.
Just making
That's
sure.
what I'm talking about.
Okay, if we were going to do anything, we wouldn't sing it. We would dance to it.
Oh, God.
Because Josh and I have some sick dance moves.
Yes, you guys
Oh,
do.
yeah, it's good.
It's so good.
They've been playing some Just Dance, and it's been pretty powerful.
So
Powerful's the word.
I gotta see
powerful
that.
is the word.
we're going to practice a little bit more. Just a little bit more. And then we're going to stream it.
I have to see this.
We'll stream it for sure.
Oh, God, yes.
What I
please
think
do.
we'll do is we'll record a bunch of the really bad ones, and we'll just give those to the Patreons.
You know what?
Because I feel like they've earned it.
That's a good idea.
It'd also be a bunch of videos until we get good.
You should have a couple people come over, just so you can have people laughing in the background. Because that'd be awesome.
It's so bad. We're so.
We're
like,
basically.
I'm not saying I'm any
track.
better, but it'd just be
we're-
awesome.
And like, of course, we do like the most pop songs. Like what did we do? We did Lady Gaga last time. Is that what it was?
Yeah, Born This Way.
Born
Yes,
This Way.
that
yeah.
was fucking
So-
hilarious.
Wow.
Yeah, that's how.
I can't even see Josh listening to that.
No,
like,
that's
ever.
how we. That's how we do.
Lady Gaga is one of my guilty secrets. I did talk about another one earlier today.
I like a couple of first. I like a couple. All right, let's hear it.
not
Let's hear
mentioned it on the
No, no, no,
stream.
no.
That's
That's
fair.
that's a good thing. That's a good thing. I think that could be hilarious. Dirty secret music likes. That could be
We're
hilarious.
going to talk about it right now.
No, we're not.
No,
gonna-
not right now. I'm just saying at some point.
I had to mentally prepare myself for the
Yeah, that's-
backlash.
at some point, at some
that's
point.
gonna come from that.
I got
okay?
some of the dirtiest secret music lights. Like, I
All
have
right.
but
plethora.
we will do that we will send all the bad videos for our Patreons.
Yes.
For all the Patreons, so you can watch Josh
That
and I
means sign
dance
up
like
for it.
fools. And then once we get better and we kind of know what the dance moves
We get
are,
our costume on,
Yeah.
everything.
then
Please wear a costume.
Yes, and you get.
Then
Wait,
we'll
what's your
stream.
favorite Pokemon?
Dragonite. So it's
So
tattooed
you
on my
got to be
leg.
dressed like that.
That's right.
Okay, so you can do that
some, like,
later
Some
when we're
yellow
at home?
spandex. Just
Yes.
With like Sharpie.
that's
drawn
right.
on,
With
in
like
the
maybe
chest.
some wings on the back.
We'll get
That
you
would be
going,
awesome.
Dabbers.
Yeah.
Oh God.
Done deal. All right. What we actually came here for is to talk a little bit of video games.
Do we talk about video games? Is that
We
what
do. We do a little bit of that here, I guess. Sort
I
of.
mean, this is technically we are talking about video game. We're talking about Just
That's
Dance
true.
2016,
That's
Which
We're
we
talking about
never.
Pokemon
I've
Go.
never heard that come up until like right now.
So let me give you before we jump into the news.
No, yeah, you need the backstory.
So the way
Real quick,
I got into Just Dance is obviously I went out to E3,
Yeah.
right? Okay, so we went there with Ubisoft. They took us out there. They treated us really well. Zach and I were like, they have a Ubisoft lounge, which is just for like the star players, press, different people like that.
like
And
a
then
bar, basically.
Yeah, and then they invite like some other people in from the crowd, but it's really pretty like cut off.
Slim, yeah.
Yeah, I think total they maybe packed like 100 people in there, so it's a really small little group. And there's just like they have all their games willing to play. Like we were able to play For Honor. We hung out with Jason Vandenberg for like 2 or 3 hours. He chatted with us. Everyone,
jealous.
everybody there was just super cool, really easy to talk to, really nice, free food, everything like that. Well, sure enough, they have Just Dance set up. So Zach and I were like walking around. We played like every other game. We played like Steep. Of course, we played For Honor. We played Wildlands. We got to look at South Park, but it wasn't playable.
Yeah.
But we played like everything. We even played the Werewolf game, the VR game.
Yeah.
Everything there was super great.
That was cool.
We had a good story for
But
that.
we hadn't played Just Dance. So of course we're like, well, we gotta play it. Like
It's
we're
there, you
here,
have to.
we have to play it. So sure enough, we talked to one of the other Ubisoft star. Oh no, he was one of the star player guides. So he actually worked for Ubisoft. We were like hanging out with him. And he was really cool. And we were like, Alex, you got to come play Just Dance with us. And he was on board, like immediately, like let's do this. So the three of us go and we play Just Dance. Well, not even that. Okay, so I'm like standing there and I'm just kind of like dancing because there's like music playing in the
Yeah.
background. And I look over and the chick who's like running the booth is like, "Are you dancing?" And I was like, "Whoa, what the fuck?" I was like,
She's like,
"What?"
you must leave.
And she was like, "Oh no!" Like I was asking you if you wanted to dance, not like I was like, "Oh, I thought you were asking if those were dance moves." Like I was offended for a little bit. I was like, "Let me show you what I got."
Ooh.
So then the three of us get on and we
The
dance.
gauntlet was thrown.
And we're terrible, but I had such a good time playing
yeah.
it. It was just so much fun. It's so stupid. Like you don't take it seriously. Like even if you do absolutely horrible, you just have a good time.
Oh yeah,
And,
absolutely.
like that's what I want from a video game is just to enjoy myself and have a
Oh,
really
yeah.
good time.
It's also a fantastic workout.
oh god,
Oh,
so
yeah.
good.
It is.
So
Because
good.
I don't know if you can tell on camera, but they like to keep this house approximately like a
Like
90,
86.
90-degree range.
Okay, our AC
It's
is
hot as
currently set
balls in
to
here.
69 degrees here.
96 degrees.
Yeah,
Full of
exactly.
dyslexic
Yeah.
people.
Always hot in here.
So the moment you start
And then the
just
lights.
dancing is the moment you just start sweating.
It may not
Buckets.
look like we're in a super bright area, but those lights right there are brutal.
We have
Yep.
5 lights above
Brutal.
us. We have all kinds of lights around us. This is like full on. Like we might as well just be shooting a movie.
Yeah, yeah.
You might as well be in
yeah.
a sauna.
Hey,
there you go.
kind of are though.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
So, long story short, I went and bought Just Dance. Have a blast with it. Can't wait for the new one to come out because it's going to have a bunch more pop songs that have been
Does
on
it
the radio.
use the thing on the floor, or do you use the Kinect?
So I play on my PlayStation. I use my PlayStation camera.
Yeah.
You can also use a cell phone. So there's actually an app you can download, and you hold the cell phone, and it tracks your movements through there.
Really?
So that's pretty cool.
Okay.
And then there's a third way to do it, but I don't remember what it is.
PlayStation Move, probably.
Well, that's what I'm saying. I use the Move camera.
No,
the Move
the Move
controller.
controller,
Yes, I think that might be the other way. Yeah. So
It'd
there's
probably be
three
a lot
ways.
better because like sometimes I move my hand and like I'm not doing what it says on screen. It's like
Perfect.
I'm like,
You're like, yes.
You're damn right. I
so
am.
goddamn good at this game.
It just liked that move so much. It was like, well, come on.
It's like when you set, I believe it was Guitar Hero had, I think it was literally called girlfriend mode. I think it might have been called.
I don't remember that.
I think my buddy called it girlfriend mode, which is super demeaning. But or it's like kid mode, where it's like doesn't matter
yes.
what button you press on the
My
front.
kids,
Oh, you're getting
when
it right?
When
Yeah,
my
you're
youngest
right.
plays it, I just let him do that.
Yeah.
And anytime he strums, it's like, you're great. And he's like,
Yeah.
Fucking keep it up, heavy metal. I'm like, yeah.
All right, so that's Just Dance.
Awesome.
So we're gonna be
Got
streaming.
it.
It's gonna be a blast.
Can't wait.
Super fun. News of the week, you guys. That's why we're here.
right.
We're here to chat news. Oh, you look like you were pointing at something. Nope, you're just
I'm gonna-
scratching.
I'm gonna go fix something real fast.
Oh, you do what you need.
Talk about news of the week.
You do what you need. Okay, news of the week, you guys. Of course,
pose the
it's
whole time.
still probably like the most trending thing right now. It's still Pokemon Go.
Yep.
So
Yep.
we're gonna start the
Yep.
news
Yep.
with Pokemon Go. Pokemon Go is not only helping Nintendo stocks and Niantic, which of course it's helping them a ton.
I don't know if helping's the right word. More like carrying and breathing new life
100%.
into their company
100%.
exclusively.
But it is also helping the profits of a ton of other businesses.
oh, yeah.
Shitloads.
One of the biggest ones is actually GameStop. So GameStop just went on. They were talking about it online. Paul Raines, basically the CEO
Yep.
of, not basically, he is
He
the
is the
CEO of GameStop, said that currently 462 of their stores are either stops or gyms. They've been holding events and different like stuff like that at those stores, and they've seen 100% increase in sales.
Wow.
Shit.
100% increase. Think about that. That's like
It's gone from 2 cells to 4.
to
That's
4.
pretty crazy.
Boom. But not just them; it's helping other smaller companies as well.
Yes.
So the park we go to, Reed Park here in town, there's an ice cream
Lord.
man
Yes.
who parks
He's
at
making
the same
bank.
spot.
Yeah,
They-
well, he sells not just ice cream, but he also sells like glow in the dark shit
Yep.
for nighttime
Drugs.
and stuff too.
Chips, maybe drug.
That's a
chips,
sketchy
drinks.
ass ice cream.
Yeah, it is.
He doesn't
yeah,
figure out
it
how
is.
sketchy
I
he is.
agree.
He's a nice guy, okay?
He's a nice guy. The nicest guys are the sketchiest guys.
What's
My
in
favorite
that
thing
ice
is
cream?
clown.
I'll
My
tell you
favorite
what's
thing
in
is
that
he
ice
takes
cream.
card. Yeah. The first time I was there, I was like, I don't have cash. What am I like? What is this?
What am I,
93?
12?
Yeah. So, either way, he takes cards. So, and he charges way too much for ice cream, but it's delicious, and I'm hot, so I'm okay with it. So it's cool.
And the Reed Park also, as we know locally here in Tucson, but you guys don't know,
It's just a
Reed
big
Park
park.
is also a zoo.
Yeah.
There's a zoo in the same exact area. It's closed at night when we go walking around the duck pond to catch Pokemon and go to the Pokestops. But during the day, when people are going there, there is a shitload of Pokestops
Yep.
inside the actual zoo
They also
itself.
do- Yep.
And their profits have skyrocketed as well,
They've
which
been
is
doing,
good because they've been
events.
sucking. Yes, they've been doing events there as well.
Poke-based events where you come
Yep.
in, you learn about the animals. and,
Yes,
I
exactly.
think my friend was telling me how they relate to like this is a tiger. You can find Pokemon like this here.
Yes,
Yeah.
no, that's exactly what they're
Pyro,
doing. And Reed Park Zoo has had a problem with funding lately and stuff like that, and they've lost some of their exhibits. So this is going to bring
Nice.
more life into the city just in general.
Yeah.
and as
Some of
Brandon
that.
said, it's happening everywhere.
This ice cream man, they did a thing on the news for him. He said that already since last summer, he's already 4 times what he made last year
That's amazing.
during the summer.
That is amazing.
Yeah.
And it's like one of the few spots you can get water Pokemon in Tucson.
Right?
Yep.
So,
It's like 1 out of every 100 Pokemon is a
But
water.
still,
Pokemon.
that's a high rate for here in Tucson. So,
I've actually the only time I hatch eggs, it's only been Squirtle thus far. I've
Lucky.
only
you
hatched-
lucky.
that is awesome.
Oh, when we were all at Reed Park the other night
Yeah.
together, on our way home, well, after we had all broken up and
Yeah,
gone
yeah.
our separate way, Shane Macias, he went to one more place just for giggles. He caught a fucking Wartortle.
Nice. Yeah, I saw
Nice.
that.
So mad.
So it's really cool though to see like Nintendo putting out something new. First off, Pokemon getting a ton of recognition. Obviously, like I've been playing Pokemon since I could hold a Game Boy. Since it originally came out, I have it tattooed on my body.
Yes, you
it's
do.
cool for so many people to be getting into it. I think this is going to help Nintendo in the future with like other games. Pokemon Sun and Moon will probably get a lot more recognition. They actually did a steelbook for it, which is really cool.
That's
it's
cool.
$80 and it's
They did a
beautiful.
steelbook for a
Yeah.
DS
Yeah.
game?
Yeah.
Wow.
So it's going to be really cool. So I already have that pre-ordered. So it's definitely going to be awesome. I think it's going to help Nintendo a ton, but it's cool that it's also helping other companies. And what a lot of people fail to even understand is it's done all this, and the game hasn't even released in Japan yet.
Boom.
Whoa.
Yeah, because they're basically saying until their server capacity is ready to hold that, because that's probably the biggest market.
Well, Niantic's an American company as well.
Yeah,
So.
but Nintendo is not.
Correct.
And for a Pokemon game to hit everywhere else before Japan is
pretty gnarly.
completely unheard of.
Yes.
Yeah.
But there's going to be such a crowd playing there that they have to have their servers ready.
True.
It's just not going to
They
be able
just
to
have so
roll
many
out.
people.
Yeah.
Well,
so,
I mean, but like the crowd in Japan, is that equal to the population of the 28 countries in Canada that they released it to?
No, but it's easier
we
to
have,
release.
Sorry, go ahead.
It's easier to release in so there's 28 countries. They didn't just roll it out to all 28 immediately.
Well, they did it in like 4 country spurts.
Correct. So it's easy to drop it to 4, test how it works, add another 4, test how it works, add another 4, test how it works, rather
At
than
Canada,
just be like,
and everything breaks.
Well, the thing is, and also we have
We're looking at you.
shitload- Yeah. We have a shitload more servers in the United States than Japan has because we have more people. But the thing is, by population, they're going to have a lot more players.
Oh,
so
yeah.
it's going to be more densely. Their servers are going to be more overwhelmed than ours are. So yeah, he's absolutely right. They got to be really careful about
I also
that
don't
Japan
think they
launch.
have as many people that go, you're 26 and you're playing Pokemon?
No, God,
You're
no.
lame. Over there,
Yeah,
I think
I
they're
am.
like,
They
yes!
won't do that at
I'm
all.
not 26,
Over there,
I'm
it's more like I've
24,
been
but-
disappointed in you my whole life. This doesn't help.
Yeah.
No, but see, they're not going to do that at all. Like I saw a documentary on this DS game that came out for the DSi a long time ago. That's like a virtual girlfriend in Japan. People have relationships with these virtual girlfriends, and people don't razz them for it in Japan.
I do
Well,
too.
yeah.
I've been dating Tali, Zora, and Araya for a while now.
Are you kidding me? Hatsune Muki, she's my thing. She's my side bitch.
I went to a Halloween party.
It
There
makes
was a
it
girl
better
dressed up as
that she's watching.
Miyuki. That's the other song we did.
It was.
It
yeah.
was.
And then
We
we were, that one was so hard.
It was
the
super
Hatsune
hard. 'Cause
Miku.
It's like hit the like. It's bad.
Oh yeah, that's the song you guys danced to. I forgot about that. Yeah.
They gotta have the YMCA for you
picked,
guys.
Like, the hardest
have it.
level song.
Yes.
It was so hard.
I'm like,
yeah.
oh my god, I'm not a little Japanese
All
girl
right.
anymore.
We're gonna power through.
Do it.
All right,
We're gonna move
my
on.
bad.
This one I know James is gonna be really excited about.
Ooh,
So,
I love it. What?
actor Gary Busey is Hitman's new elusive target.
Yes.
Now I'm gonna buy the
I
game.
can't wait.
'cause
Now-
I fucking like them.
I
That's
voted for
awesome.
the other Gary.
Yeah.
I'll be straight up. I voted for the other Gary.
So,
but
the
I'm
options
happy.
were Gary Cole and
Yeah.
Gary Busey. They let the fans decide, so it was a vote. Gary Busey, I guess he won. I mean, he got the most votes, but I don't know if that counts as winning. I kind of
Now he's
lost.
gonna die.
Now he's gonna die. The cool thing about this is it does roll out on the 21st.
Yep.
And it's actually going to run for a week this time instead of only 2 days.
Yes.
So you're
Yeah.
going to get 7 full days to try and kill him instead of 48 hours. But all the other rules are there. So you still only get one chance. You still have a specific time you have to kill him in. All the other rules are still in effect.
I
I'm
will
going to
say,
tell you
if you're brave enough, you do get 2 chances.
if you're brave enough. What do you mean?
Gary Busey's a real person.
He said Gary Busey's a real person.
Oh. oh.
Dark.
No.
That's
don't do
messed
that.
up.
No.
We
We
don't.
got
Fat Island does not endorse the
We don't.
human
We don't
beings.
advocate the murdering of another human being, even if it is Gary Busey, who's barely human.
Oh, man.
My favorite thing is the title of the hit, which is the wild card.
Oh shit! I didn't even know that. And
Yeah.
I'm following. And I follow this game. That's kind
They
of awesome.
had.
That's
to.
gonna be
It's
awesome.
Gary
See, when
Busey.
I put virtual Gary Busey down, all I'm going to be thinking is Mr. Joshua, and I'm going to be taking out Mr. Joshua, and that makes me very happy. Lethal Weapon 1.
Okay.
Okay.
I was like, he was like,
I was like, no. I
was like,
on
wait,
with you.
what?
Not you,
And, like,
buddy.
You were
What?
staring at me, and I'm like, you're talking about
Mr.
Lethal
Joshua
Weapon
going
Busey, right?
down. Yeah,
But that's pre-car crash or motorcycle crash Gary Busey.
correct.
So that was like normal. I'm an actor, Gary Busey.
no. It was cocaine, Gary Busey.
Oh, man.
all right.
We are unhinged.
Yeah.
Yeah, today.
Okay,
yep.
this is.
Is there what's else going on?
So this looks like soda, and it is root beer. It is root beer.
It is,
the
but-
wine
but
of
it's-
winners.
It is indeed root beer, but it's
It's the best damn root
it
beer.
is the best.
the best day.
Like I
Damn
described
Is
it,
it
it's
the-
the
is
best
it
parts
the-
of root beer and the worst
cherry
parts of malt
one?
liquor.
No, it's just root beer. It's just root beer. Okay, so at the Star Wars celebration,
Yep.
which has been going on in London,
Yes.
they have announced a new Star Wars VR game where the lead character will be
Me.
Darth Vader.
Oh.
Boom.
What time period?
Right? So they haven't exactly said
Okay.
what time period it is. They have said it's going to be a whole new story, so it's not going to be something that's been previously told, and
Nice.
it will be considered
That's gonna
canon.
be awesome.
Nice.
Very nice.
So this is going to be the first canon video game. Besides like the Clone War games.
The Force Unleashed are still considered canon.
Yes.
No, wait, what?
I believe so.
No.
I believe those weren't thrown out.
They were thrown out because Disney said they built the tiers of canon. So main tier canon's the 7 movies thus far. Second tier canon is the shows, the 2 shows, Rebels and Clone Wars and everything else.
Yeah, but they're still official canon, though.
The games? No.
No, not the games. The
Clone War,
the
yeah,
shows,
but they're just saying that they could retcon those at any time. But in the retcon...
All the comic books are canon as well. Obviously, the new run with Marvel.
The new
runs
anything
with
that
Marvel.
they release now, books.
Yeah.
And
anything
that's
anything
Going
after Dark Horse.
Yeah.
Right, yeah.
But but I'm with Brandon here. I thought that the
I'm pretty
Force
positive.
Unleashed games
Nope.
were
Not at all.
canon.
They took that right out. I mean, they took Thrawn out, technically.
No, they didn't.
No, they didn't.
Ah,
No, they didn't. Yeah. Oh, yeah.
So stoked.
Oh, yeah.
Yes. So
No, it's only we get
they
Gilead
showed him
Paley
in.
on now.
They
Now,
showed him in
see-
season 3 of Rebels.
Ooh, see, that's what I'm even more excited about. Like, I love Thrawn. Don't get me wrong. I'm a little miffed about the time period because he's supposed to be after all that, but it's okay. I want
But
Paleon.
Did you
I
notice?
Want Paleon.
Did you notice how young he looked?
Yes.
Very young.
He's still,
But-
but we'll find out more because they're also releasing a book.
Yes, I bet you
Called
Paleon's going to
Thrawn.
be a lieutenant. I
He
wonder
was
if
because he fought.
he's
going to
be a fighter squad.
Wars.
He's going to be a fighter pilot still.
No, he was in the Clone Wars. He captained one of the Avenger classes.
Yep.
Yeah, but prior to that, he was a fighter pilot.
Right. This is.
That's
yeah,
right. This
Clone
is
Wars.
after the Clone Wars. That's right. Okay.
He's already an officer.
Yeah.
Oh, so excited,
Okay.
dude. So excited.
Either way, it is a collaboration between Lucasfilms and Hollywood writer David Goyer, who wrote the Batman trilogy, the most recent one.
Oh, really?
Yeah. He also did Man of Steel and what game? Black Ops 2. He was a co-writer for.
Ooh,
Okay.
I
Yeah.
love the story of Black Ops.
Yeah,
2.
Black Ops 2. Correct me if I'm wrong, people, but I believe it was Black Ops 2 was the other game he wrote.
Kill Mendoza.
So he's going to be writing the story for this. It's really cool. They said it's going to be super interactive. It's actually going to have full day and night cycles. It's going to have interactive weather.
It's gonna be hard to breathe.
I'm sure,
just kidding.
right? He's like,
You're-
it comes with a mask.
That'd be so awesome.
I think it's a really cool way to like introduce VR to a lot of people because obviously with something on your face, like it's kind of hard to jump through that immersiveness.
That and Darth Vader also moves like somebody who would be in VR.
In VR,
Because
That's
he's
true.
not
That's
running
true.
around, He's not doing the backflips. He's
He
just
walks.
a fucking walking.
He's just a
behemoth.
tank.
Yeah.
He's a Jason. He's
Yeah.
a Jason.
That's
He's
true.
a Jason with the Force.
Yeah.
Like you remember speaking of the Force Unleashed, the first level of Force Unleashed where you play as
Yes.
Darth
You just
Vader.
walk
You're
through
killing the
yeah.
Wookiees.
You just
that was
walk.
the coolest part
Yeah.
of the Force Unleashed because I hate Wookiees.
And then the next VR is gonna be Yoda.
How dare you?
Oh God,
How dare you hate
people are
those
doing
noble
flips and
creatures?
shit. Like
Are you serious? You hate
I
Wookiees?
totally do.
They are noble as fucking honorable creatures, sir.
Then tell
Somebody
me why
said
they
it-
were enslaved like 20 times.
somebody said it earlier. I brought cookies for the Wookiees, but this one's a little chewy.
Ooh.
Puns all day long. I love them.
That was pretty
That's
funny.
pretty funny.
Right?
Ah, damn it.
Air 5.
Too slow. Either way, I think it's going to be really cool. They've been talking a lot about the other games. Like Amy Hennig came out and talked a lot more about her game coming out. She said that she actually kind of like went through and broke down all of the movies and watched how they were written and how the stories kind of.
Did she give anything?
No, she literally gave nothing. So she basically was like, I went through the movies, I dissected them, I looked how they were written, how the stories are told, how everything kind of combines, you know, how something you see in the first movie might affect the third movie, blah, blah, blah. And I've built my game around like that.
Okay. All right.
That's it. That's all she said.
But
She's a brilliant writer.
Exactly. It's Amy
Yeah.
Hennig. Whatever it is going to be solid
Yeah.
gold.
So I'm excited. I think that'll be cool. So Star Wars Celebration, a lot of Star Wars news. So there's a lot of Star Wars in the news. That's the only one I picked because you can just, there's so much. It's just flooded right now. So Rogue One, go watch the trailer.
Well,
Looks
isn't it
sweet.
the Star Wars Celebration right now?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's in London. So I'm not there. I'm here because it's in London.
Yeah. Sam Witwer was there, though, which is cool because I've been following his tweets. He's
Yeah,
Star
I
Killer.
know.
Yeah.
All right.
I'm a big fan.
Ugh. Excuse me as I burp into the mic. Dynasty Warriors style game based around the anime Berserk will be coming to North America and Europe.
Who's excited for that?
Tell me about this, please. I
Yeah,
saw
I
the
don't know.
picture. I've
Yeah.
seen the pictures, and I saw like a little. I think I might be wrong, but I think I saw a video snippet. I don't know what this is.
Watch Berserk.
Okay, thank you. What it was just.
So do you know what Dynasty Warriors is?
Yeah, of course.
Okay.
Yeah.
So Berserk is this hyper stylized, incredibly fucking brutal anime that is just. It is also based off of a manga.
Oh, he
that
was telling
equally
me and you
beautiful,
about this.
That it follows the story of Guts. Guts is a mercenary, a sword
Yeah.
for hire, and in all his travels of doing this epic shit, like the best swordsman in the fucking world, and he's just an absolute savage, and he travels through this savage land. It's like the Japanese Conan.
Okay.
I think that would be the best way to describe
He
it.
looks a
Yeah,
little
that's
bit.
fair.
He
He's
looks
just
a little bit like Ike from Fire Emblem.
Yeah, but he's way more fun.
just like if you mixed him with He-Man.
Okay.
no. He-Man's a little too PC. If you mixed him with like Duke Nukem,
Well,
There we
who's
go.
the
Oh,
guy-
there it is.
Who's the guy with the
smell
blonde
it.
hair who's like the leader of the mercenary
that's
troop?
Griffith. We won't get into it.
Oh, okay.
And I say that
We clearly don't like him.
But either way, so it was a game
No,
that. Keep going. Keep going.
No,
No.
I will say, well, Griffith he was the leader of the Hawk Riders, which Guts was a member of.
Yeah.
And obviously something happens in the story, and they're no longer friends.
Oh.
So it
Okay, that makes more
kind of
sense.
travels like that thing. I mean, he was an orphan type deal, but he's just this brutal ass, best ass swordsman. Like, hire me. I just want the gold for the glory, the guts. You know, he's.
Let's do it.
So this game is going to be badass.
yes, looks like it.
I'm going to have to
Seriously,
go look it up.
well, I think there's a movie on Netflix.
Who's
Okay.
making it?
Omega Force, the people who make Dynasty
Oh,
Warriors.
same. Okay.
So
yeah.
Koei Megaforce.
Yeah,
type
Koei,
thing.
yeah.
Koei Tecmo.
Yeah,
So
they're
same people were making the Attack on Titan. So
Yes.
I'm really liking this trend that they're going on.
Yeah.
Where Koei is kind of like saying Dynasty Warriors is kind of fizzling out because not a lot of people are buying it because it's been the same.
Because
shit.
they're all
Yeah.
the same.
But don't get me wrong. I love the romance of the Three Kingdom eras. I love all those. I watch.
But you can only put the game out so many times.
before
Yeah.
it's the same
'Cause then
story
it's
over and over again.
There's like Dynasty Warriors 1, 2, 3, 3 Extreme, 3 Empires, 4, 4 Extreme, 4 Empires, 4 Extreme Empires. Like, you can only recycle the same game and just recycle the
Right.
same
What are
name.
they
So
at, like
many.
10?
throwing it-
They're
Hey,
on
I love
eight-
Lubai, okay?
They're on 8 Extreme. I think the last one
He's
was like
badass.
8 Extreme Empires Ultimate.
Now,
or
what I will
something,
say
like,
though, if you
absurd.
haven't ever played a Dynasty Warriors Empire game,
God,
go
they're
pick
so
play
loud.
it.
I
Those
love
are
the
those are
Empires.
some of the best two-player games because
Yeah.
you can have two people controlling two empires, a split screen, and then you get into these battles.
It's
where you
so
fight at the hero.
awesome.
It's so much
Yeah.
fun, and it's got like a tactical strategy. And then you get in, it's the hack and slash. But that being said, the format of how they're going in, it's getting more brutal. It's getting better graphics, and they're bringing in the anime from these sources that people love and know. And it's going to bring more people into the Koei franchise, and I'm really excited to see where it goes. And the fact that they announced Berserk, I thought it was a hoax at first. I'm so excited. Like,
And there's so many Dynasty Warrior different types, like
Yeah.
the Zelda game, the Gundam one, or whatever.
There's
Oh,
a-
yeah, the
there's-
Gundam
yeah,
one?
the
Yeah.
Gundam one. What was it? Hyrule Warriors.
Yep.
So they've been doing them for a while. So they definitely know what they're doing.
gonna have to look
They've
this up.
really mastered it. They've kind of gotten it down to a T.
Well, this
I
is
am really
exciting
excited
then.
to
This
see
is
where it is.
exciting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So like you said, just putting a nice like skin on it. That's like something we all know, a franchise that we all love. It's really just like what Niantic did with Pokemon Go. It's the same thing. They just took a
Yeah,
game
that's exactly what
that
it
they
is.
had that worked
mean-
well and put a nice skin on it.
from what I'm seeing, they're obviously going to add more stuff. I mean, Hyrule Warriors.
Yeah.
Did we talk about that already?
Sort of. We
Sort of.
mentioned it.
You mentioned it. Hyrule Warriors is the same name, but like, they're adding like things like magic, or I think because you could use like a little magic user.
Yep.
Yeah.
So there's obviously they're going to be changing the way the game works fundamentally to extent where there's still the core is hack slash kill thousands of people.
Yep.
But what I love about it is that's specifically what Berserk is.
Yeah.
Like that's
Yeah.
what it is on paper. So you can't get mad if you're killing hundreds of thousands of people.
Because that's what
That's
he
what,
does.
That's what it is.
the anime is.
Fair enough.
So
All right, you guys.
What's
it's time
next?
for some excitement.
What was that?
If you're a Metal Gear fan, get ready to get pumped. Because Konami has remastered parts of Metal Gear Solid 3 Snake Eater using the Fox engine, which powers Metal Gear Solid 5,
why that game though?
for
Yeah,
their
why
new
3?
slot machine.
Fuck up. Shut the fuck up.
Pachinko machine.
The Pachinko.
Oh,
Yeah.
man.
No, I actually already knew about this.
Yeah.
It's the boss fight. I saw the boss fight.
So they had announced it.
Actual boss
They had
fight.
announced it a little bit ago, and just this week they just showed some more footage of it and stuff like that. Yeah. So
No
they're
fucking. That's what they're using their money for right
it's
now.
what is it? It's called Plinko?
It's,
Pachinko. Pachinko.
Pachinko is the machine, but it's like Pachink slot or something like that is like the
whatever.
official name
Is
for it.
that the picture I saw roaming around Facebook not too terribly long ago? The guy with the all the scars on his face holding like what looks like a microchip.
I don't think
No?
so.
No.
I don't know what that is.
All right.
That sounds savage.
I saw I saw a character from number 3. I think it was the big Russian guy, if I remember correctly. It's been a long time. since I
Oh,
played
yeah,
it.
yeah, yeah.
He had
You
the
know,
3
that's-
scars.
yes,
He's been fully
that's
remastered.
Exactly what it is. That's
Yeah.
Vulcan.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
That's it.
The sad thing is it literally looks better than like their HD remakes they're putting out. It looks so good.
Oh man,
A Pachinko machine does
It looks
Past Metal
beautiful,
Gear.
and it's like the slot machines, the pachinko machines. They have like a 32-inch flat screen TV in
Yeah,
them, so they like
good
look
God.
beautiful as they're playing this thing, and it's just like
Truth be
you
told,
gambling.
Konami doesn't even care about video games.
No, not
No,
anymore.
aren't they doing?
No.
Aren't they all focused on mobile games now?
No, they're pachinko machines.
They said if they would do
Slave
any
labor.
games moving forward, it would be
Mobile games.
mobile
Oh
games.
man.
Yeah. So
I am
To hell
glad.
with that shit.
If you work at Konami and you watch this and you understand what I'm about to tell you, just leave. Come to America. I'll give you a job. Konami, they treat their employees like crap.
Oh yeah.
Like savagery. We talked. Zach and I talked about this when we were in Insert Disc 4. They had the Konami conundrum, and we actually researched a lot of people coming forth about how Konami treats their employees like absolute garbage. Like they it was spy on their lives if they're not working.
Oh my
overtime.
God.
It's so
we were talking about it. We were talking about it. It was either last podcast or the one before about how well Hideo Kojima spoke English, and a lot of people were like blown away by it. And I was even saying, I was like, I believe, I could be wrong. This is just speculation, but I believe he was probably under like a contract from Konami to not speak English because they're trying to keep their brand of being a Japanese
That
company.
would-
Because when he came out on E3, he spoke English that like blew me. I was like, there is no way you learned this in like
did he
a
learn
year.
this in 6 months? Like,
Holy
and
shit.
And everybody had the same same reaction. I had the same reaction.
yep.
Or it
Everybody
also
did.
could have been that Konami only allowed certain people to interview him, only Japanese interviewers to interview him.
No,
So
but
it was-
even when he did stuff in America, he
That's
had a
true.
translator.
He had a translator,
Every
absolutely.
time, and he speaks phenomenal
Yeah,
English.
like almost
Yeah.
like he was born here.
Norman Reed just couldn't understand him. That says a lot.
Yeah. So
That's
that blew me away. So that just kind of shows, and there's nothing wrong with like a company holding a brand like that and saying like you're a Japanese company, you need to speak. I'm not trying to say that's any of the negative things they've done, but that just kind of shows the like control that they want to have over specific people in their company. So.
Yep.
Savage.
Speaking of Kojima,
Control.
they were actually control. He was actually saying he was just recently asked about what he thought about episodic releases, and he actually said he thinks that some of his games going forward he might do in episodic releases. He's actually really intrigued by them. I think that's really smart. They said, "What about this? The newest game that he has coming out, the Death Stranding," and he said he's not sure about that one yet if he wants to do it in episodic, but moving forward he might go that direction.
Now-
built a game.
Yeah.
Episodic like part 1, part 2, part 3, or episodic like Walking Dead episodic.
That's the same, isn't it?
Well, no, because I mean those are like much shorter, and then they make a bigger game.
That's episodic.
But what
That's
exactly.
what he would be. Yeah.
Okay, so not
Yeah.
like a full game, then
No.
a sequel, and then okay.
So the idea is that you can put out a part of the game, sell it.
Yeah.
People will buy it. You'll get that revenue, and then that money goes towards the rest of the game. So it's less of a risk to try and put out, to work 4 years and put out a game, and then
I like episodic games as long as they don't take ages to put out each part.
See, that's my problem with episodic games because it doesn't matter if it's ages to put out. It's going to be a longer amount of time than you want.
it to be.
Well,
Yeah,
yeah.
and because
Hitman's doing a good job
What
with
it,
it.
what it comes down to, what's doing a good job?
Hitman's doing a great job with their
I
with
guess.
their
I
releases.
haven't played it, but I don't like episodic releases because I have enough time like watching a show like Game of Thrones.
Yep.
And then you have to wait for the next season. So essentially,
Yep.
it's like instead of being the episodes one every week, it's like episodes one every like 3 months.
Yeah.
It's bad enough I gotta wait a week to watch what happens to whatever Jim Snow.
Then you
or
forget
whatever.
about it, and you're
John.
like,
I don't
"Oh, it
watch
came
Game of
out.
Thrones, so
I forgot."
to me though, I think it makes sense, especially for somebody like him, kind of stepping away from a big company and starting his own. He doesn't have a huge amount of backing. Yeah, Sony's kind of helping him out and stuff like that, and obviously he's got money.
See, that makes sense a little bit more because
Yeah.
if he released the first episode, he's not going to have a lot of backers. And people are like, hey, I fucking like what you're putting out.
Yep.
He gets more investors. They release the second one. And by the time they release all 5 episodes, he has enough investors to actually release a full-fledged.
A full game.
Well, keep in mind, he's also Hideo.
Yeah,
I mean, people know who he is. He's a brand all himself.
it's true. It's true.
Yeah,
and then
but-
his entire company looks like a J-pop group.
That's true. That's
true.
very, very true.
So true.
But if I was like, say if I was a potential investor and I had, umpteen million of dollars just to shove into things, and I'm like, you know what? I like
I'd
that.
ask you why I'm putting so much money into this and getting nothing back. That's what I would ask. I'd be like, dude, what the fuck?
Regardless, I saw Hideo Kojima. I'm like, you know what? I like that Kojima feller. And,
Yeah, I wish I had money to shove into things.
Well, it doesn't have to
All
be
right.
money.
All right.
Anyways, I'm like, I like that Kojima feather. And then I watched the Death Stranding video. I'd be like, I don't know. I saw Norman Reedus' butt, and he was holding a weird baby.
And that's where I want to shove my money.
I don't know if that's where I want to shove my money. Like, that's the truth. I mean, that's like, it's cool, it's edgy, but like,
It's very Hideo Kojima.
it's super edgy. Like, that's like Edgelord 2000 edgy.
What? Okay.
it was.
What?
Oh man.
What I think a
The
lot
baby, dude. The
Right?
baby. What the fuck?
It doesn't
ate
get
it.
edgier than a baby.
He ate it.
Like,
What I think is super weird too is that it gave no context to it.
Right? Right?
Damn thing.
What am I watching right now? Like, it was cool.
But
it was
the thing is
interesting.
everybody's gonna remember it. Like,
I want to watch more, but like I don't know what I was like. I was like,
what are we
what
watching?
is this? And then it ended, and I was
Dead
like,
stuff all over the place.
I still don't
It
know.
reminded me of the intro to
What I
Prometheus.
watched.
It reminded me of the intro of
You might
Prometheus.
shove
Yeah.
something in you.
Yeah,
So like the intro of Prometheus, which had no contents whatsoever. You just
Nothing.
see
Yeah.
some
No,
dude
hell
no.
like
Hell
eat
no.
a pill and explode into black ink, and it's like life grow. But like,
But
there was
at least,
deleted,
like,
there were
yeah,
deleted
yeah.
scenes that put it into context.
Yeah.
Like this doesn't have deleted scenes. There's no context. There won't be until we have a game.
there's nothing else. That's all that
Now,
he's done
I
so
will
far.
say-
Like,
Will I buy that game?
Oh God, yeah.
Bet your ass.
Yep.
fucking
Yep.
yes.
Better get myself a naked Norman Reedus statue.
With the baby.
Okay, if Norman Reedus is a statue for this game,
With the
I am
baby?
going to personally hand make the clothes from The Walking Dead and dress.
Oh yes.
I'm gonna get him a little
With a
crossbow.
3D printer.
This is really a low brow. I'm gonna make myself some little clothes.
all right, we're gonna move on because this is getting
Way
gonna
out of
get
hand.
really weird. It's already here. We don't need to hit here. With
Give us
it.
your questions. Don't forget to give us your questions. YouTube, Twitch,
yes.
everywhere.
Bring
Send us
it.
your questions if you got them.
Okay, I had to take a breath from that.
Not that you might not want to know
Oh
anything.
man.
Destiny's new expansion, Rise of Iron, of course, comes out in September, but you can get an early look at it this Wednesday, the 20th. It's going to be on Twitch. They're going to be doing a live stream of it. It's going to be called Cosmodrome Winter Tour. I was like, I knew I wrote it down somewhere. Cosmodrome Winter Tour, and it's going to basically showcase a bunch of the new expansion features, kind of
Back to the Cosmodrome.
back to the Cosmodrome. You know it.
You know I'm so done with that shit.
So,
We're all done with that
So
shit.
no. Okay, I'm gonna say this, and it's honest. And I know Zach would be on the other side of it. Peter would be on the far other side of it. So I have two people. The expansion looks phenomenal.
Oh, I don't deny that. I'm
It
just telling the
looks
game.
it looks like the best expansion that's gonna come out for it. It deserves the chance to play it. It looks great. It looks entertaining. It looks like it's worth the money. I think it would have gotten me back into Destiny full-heartedly. I think it would be a lot of fun. I loved the game. I still enjoy what it did for me. It's just coming out like a month before everything else comes out, and there's just no way I'm gonna buy it.
No.
Nope.
There's just no goddamn way. They just did not set it up at the right time. If it had like launched right now, I would have picked it up and I'd have played the shit out of it because there's really not a ton coming out right this moment. Like I'm playing Pokemon Go. There's a few things coming out in a couple weeks, but like as of right now, there's nothing that's like holding my attention and really keeping me in. By the time it releases, it's going to be holiday season and everything's coming out.
Yep.
And it sucks because I think it deserves me to go play it. They're using the same storyteller that did the Taken King, so there's actually going to be a story there. There's actually going to be good
Taken King
writing.
they did a good job on.
And it's I don't know, it just didn't come out at the right time. It's gone too long without me being invested to get me to come back right now.
I understand.
Now if it comes out and it's really good, I'm not saying I'm not ever going to buy it, but I will not buy it at launch 100%.
Yeah.
No. I'm
And
the
then
same way.
realistically, I'm going to play through the holiday season, every other amazing game that comes out. And then February For Honor comes out, and that's all I'm going to be playing when that
Before
game
that is
launches.
Resident Evil 7.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. But like, literally, it would have to come out like the only way I would play it would be if there was like a dead month in January, and I was playing nothing. But I just don't see that happening because I have a backlog already.
Yeah.
stuff.
Who doesn't have a backlog?
Yeah, anybody who doesn't have a Steam account,
Oh,
they
right.
might not have a backlog.
Good point.
If you have a Steam account, you have a backlog guaranteed. Zach's buying what? Rise of Iron. Oh, I know Zach's
Well,
buying
yeah,
Rise of Iron.
absolutely. He still loves the game.
And okay, like I said, like good on him. I'm
Yeah.
glad. Peter
Peter won't touch it with a
wouldn't
stick.
piss on it if it was on fire.
Nope.
So, there's two different sides of this, but I think I want to pick it up and I want to play it, but I wouldn't piss on it if it was on fire right now. It's just
I
I'm
won't-
like
I won't
it's
get
just-
it at all,
I'm
ever.
right there. It's just the way it is. So
I agree,
won't
I
like it
agree
at
with
all.
James.
yeah. No, like I
done.
said,
It does look great, though. No,
Yeah.
you're not wrong. It does look absolutely great. And the Taken King actually did have a pretty decent
So
story
good.
to it. It was really
actually
good.
really good.
Yeah, it really was. And Nathan Fillion's character became
So
like
good.
1,000 times better.
So good.
And it just...
I honestly,
I'm done.
sadly, I will admit this, and I'm a huge Nathan Fillion fan. I didn't even realize Nathan Fillion was in the game until that expansion.
Really?
Because like he said like 2 lines the whole like
That's
2
fair.
other expansions. He said
That's
like,
fair.
"Hi, I'm the hunter class." I'm like, I don't give a shit. Give me my fucking gear so I can move the fuck on.
Hey, Guardian.
Yeah, and then eventually like I heard him say like an actual sentence, and I was like, oh, fuck.
Nathan fucking Fillion.
Yeah, so that switched real quick. So I was like,
I gotcha.
motherfuckers. So yeah.
So what else we got? Home slice.
This is the last bit, and it's actually something we talked about beforehand, but it's gotten more news, so I want to talk about it again. Evolve Stage 2, which is the free Evolve game, has actually added over 1 million new players to the game.
Wow.
Yeah. So it actually jumped from a peak. I know last time we were discussing the peak was at like
27,000,
like 26.
Yeah.
The highest the peak had ever been was 27, and that was the month it launched. You have players playing at one time. When we discuss peak, it's players on active at one moment. It has just recently hit a peak of 51,099.
Wow, and that's even more than it was at launch.
At launch.
Wow.
So the month that game launched
free helps.
is only about half of what it is now. I think that's really cool because like we talked about last time, the gameplay is good. I don't want to say the game's good because it's just lacking substance, but the gameplay is really good. It's really fun. It promotes teamwork. Being the monster is awesome. You feel like a total badass. There's a lot going on, and the game probably deserves have more attention because I'd love to see a second Evolve. It'd be called Evolved. Just add a D to the end of it. It'd be good.
Clever.
Yeah, thank you.
Clever.
You guys should just hire me to name games. I don't even care.
There it is.
I'm so good at them. Yeah.
Well, good. I'm glad they're making something out of that because I tried it on day of release. I didn't care for it personally myself. It was beautiful.
Yep.
It was beautiful. Controls were really nice, and it was fun.
Yep.
For about 15 or 20 minutes.
There's just nothing to
agree
do.
with that.
We can play that Wednesday.
Yeah, there we go.
PC. If you have
Going
PC,
to-
hit me up on the PC community. We'll
I
play
might
it
actually
Wednesday.
play with you.
Hey,
It'd be a lot of fun.
Do you have it on PC?
I don't, but it's free to download. so
He can get
right.
Power
That's
through.
free. Just thought about that. Way to go,
I
dipshit.
could for nothing. For nothing.
We done with Evolve?
Yeah.
Is
We have
there-
one thing.
Is there? Oh,
Okay.
This is from Mirage Leonardo 84. Thank you for your question. His question is our thoughts on Dead Rising 1 and 2 coming out for PS4 and Xbox One.
I think it's fantastic.
You look like you had something to say because I have things to say. Do you have anything?
No, not really.
Okay,
Go ahead. I hadn't heard about this.
Yeah, 1 and 2 coming to next gen, current gen,
I won't play it.
and that's okay. But it's
I
still
won't.
awesome.
So I normally, for the most part, you guys know me, I like going back and playing remasters. I don't feel like it's been long enough for it to be like a classic for me to like have that feeling of like I want to go back and play for nostalgia.
Do you know when the first one came out?
Probably forever ago.
2005.
Okay, so once again, that's fair. I'm just saying, like, in my brain, like remakes and stuff, like when they remade Ratchet and Clank, that made sense. When they're remaking Crash Bandicoot right now, that makes sense.
Yeah.
There's things where like the remakes are great and they're nostalgic and they're a ton of fun. I just don't feel like this game, to me, it never hit a chord where like I was thrilled by it. The game was fun, it was enjoyable, but I didn't play it and wasn't blown away. It's not a game that I've been itching to go back and play. Nothing like that.
understand.
So like it coming out, it's the same thing with like the Batman remakes. I just don't care.
Well,
Yeah,
well,
that's true.
that is 100% yes. I don't give a shit about that because
just don't care.
It hasn't even been nearly long enough. Not
Yeah.
nearly long
No,
enough.
it's just like I don't. I don't have that itching. I want to go back and play Crash Bandicoot. I don't have a PS2. I used to have a PS2, but I got rid of it. But I want to play that game. I actually really enjoy them. They're a ton of
understand.
fun.
I understand.
They're classics. Same thing with the Ratchet and Clank, the remake. I actually didn't play the Ratchet and Clank remake, but it looked like it was really good. I know it got great reviews.
Yes,
Everyone
it got
loved
fantastic reviews. It was really popular. It was sold even more than the original release game did.
I believe it.
Yep.
But games like remaking Dead Rising, I don't care.
I understand.
Remaking Batman, I don't give a fuck. Like I just don't care.
I just think it's cool that it's finally going to be on a PlayStation system, and for the people who have like Part 3 and on, we'll get it, Part 2 and on, we'll get a chance to get it on the PlayStation system. That's the only reason I care about it. I'm not going to get it though, because I actually thought the first Dead Rising was shit.
Yeah, it sucked.
It was awful. The second one was decent. Third one was a lot of fun, and I'm excited for the fourth one because Frank
that
West
looks
is back.
awesome.
But I could give a shit about the first one. Real quick, if we have one more question, well, more of a statement from Taylor619. Pokemon Go, autistic families are getting a lot out of that game.
Yeah.
And it's totally true. There is so many stories out there right now about kids with autism who don't talk to people, who don't socialize, who don't make eye contact with people, are doing all of those things and a lot of it, which is really great.
Awesome.
So this thing has changed the world in a lot of different ways. My oldest son is on the autism spectrum, and he is just loving this game. He's
That's
always
the
been a
same with
Pokemon
my
fan
son.
anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
But like a lot of that is that disconnect. They don't know how to approach somebody.
Yeah.
Exactly,
They
yeah.
don't know like okay, so like when I walk up to somebody, I can say, "Hey, what's going on?" And then I know that a conversation will eventually generate from that.
But they don't have the social cues.
They
for
don't
that.
have that. So exactly. So they don't understand that by just saying hi, it will lead to a conversation. They want to go in with their brain already prepped for a conversation.
Can you imagine when they can start trading, like the trading coming up? They'll be like, "Hey, what do you have?"
Yeah, because
Exactly.
the ice is already broken.
It's already broken. Exactly.
It's
All
so
they have to
cool.
do is walk up, and they can just immediately start talking about Pokemon, and that
So
can lead
cool.
to 100 other conversations. But it's something to get them talking right away, which is really cool. So, something serious. Serious. I don't know if you guys heard that, but Josh screamed it from the corner over there because he's manning computers right now. Okay, this one, since we've been talking, we talked about the new Star Wars VR game. I have a question. Is VR ever going to become a serious gaming platform, or will it always be a gimmick?
Ooh.
I don't know.
Okay. No, please. Mine will take a minute, please.
Oh, okay. I think that eventually it will. I don't know how long it will take, but you figure it's already pretty big with some people that can have it already. I mean, it's kind of expensive too.
Yep.
So it's maybe when it goes down in price and there's more games people are interested, like you just said, Star Wars. I mean, that's how many people out there love Star Wars and may just save up. Yeah, exactly. May just save up money just for that game, just to get a VR, and then they go, you know what? I should try this game, or I should try this game, or a free, demo, whatever the case may be. And then, I mean, you've got, excuse me, all these games that are going to be coming out that maybe you can play VR or not play VR. So, like Resident Evil 7. I mean, there's the other Star Wars game, the X-Wing that they showed.
Yeah.
That looks amazing. What's that the bird one? What was that called?
Eagle Flight.
Eagle Flight. That looks,
Looks
yeah,
fucking
like,
awesome.
I mean, that alone, I would buy a VR. But maybe not until it goes down, like it's been popular, and you can buy, like, the back version of it, like a PlayStation 2, cheaper. I think then it will.
Or even just technology gets better and it just gets cheaper.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. But eventually, I believe 100% it will. I mean, I watch YouTubers play games all the time on it, and it looks. I wish I could have one right now, but it's too much.
Yep. What about you, James?
I 100% yes. 1,000,000%. I do not think. I don't even think it's really a gimmick now. At first, I thought it was a gimmick. But the more I see come out for it, especially E3 really did it for me. Seeing Eagle Flight, seeing the X-Wing game, seeing all the different games, the Resident Evil, all the different things that are going to be usable in VR. And then having used VR now myself, the Samsung VR, and that's phone VR.
That's
Yeah.
like the
That's
cheapest.
like-
of
the cheapest
yeah.
shit you can
But
get.
it is Oculus, so it's like, I mean,
Well, be that as it may,
Yeah.
though, it's still just
Amazing.
a phone. But these are systems that are coming out for it that are designed directly for that. And because of these systems and because of this VR that they're putting out now and all the amazing shit that they're doing with it, I am so hopeful for Sword Art Online type VR.
Oh, yeah.
I really, really think we're going to see that.
something
probably
like
in the next-
For Honor. Wouldn't that be cool?
Are you
Something
fucking
like that.
kidding me? Yes.
Yeah, right?
Absolutely, yes. If I could go, okay, this may sound crazy to people who haven't served, and you've served in the military and you've deployed, so you know a little bit about it too. A lot of veterans have a tendency to miss being deployed. And no, it's not because, we're war junkies. Well, some are. But and it's not because we want to go risk our lives or put, possible sadness on our families or anything. But if I could go back there without being back there, to go and re-experience that kind of stuff again, or in a combat in a VR situation like a Sword Art Online type thing, I would love that.
It's just
I
like
would
anything.
absolutely love
Things
that.
become habit of, you
Yeah.
do any
Yes.
one thing for so long, it becomes
It becomes
habit.
a
It
part
becomes
of
your
you.
norm.
Yes.
Yeah. So it's not that you want to necessarily like you said, it's not like you want to be there. It's not
No.
that you want to like go kill people. It's not.
No.
But it's ingrained in you
Yes.
that's your everyday life.
Exactly.
So when you're not doing it, it feels like your life is different.
Yes, that is a good way to
See, and
explain
James,
it.
you were combat. I was a mechanic. Could you imagine going back, like VR, and teaching people? What if they did this, like mechanics, or teaching to repair a computer, and you're doing it with the VR, and it's teaching you how to do it?
Oh, dude.
Oh my
yes.
God, would that not be amazing?
That would
Like,
be
I just
absolutely
thought of that right
amazing.
now. I'm sure they would do that.
So I think VR has a lot of practical use outside of gaming. As far as gaming concerns, and this is somebody who is really excited for VR. I've got my hands on it. I've played a ton of different VRs. Like I said, I already have one pre-ordered. I'm buying it day one it comes out.
Yeah.
The way it is built now, I don't think it'll ever be more than a gimmick. And the reason is because right now, like you have something heavy strapped to your face. Obviously,
Correct.
that'll get lighter and easier. But for me to be fully immersed in a virtual reality, it needs an entire setup. And now those setups exist, but they're huge setups. They're very expensive.
Very expensive. You're referring to the one where the guy's strapped into that tram thing on his feet and he's moving around?
There's a few different
that
ones.
That thing's like $15,000.
Yeah, there's a few different ones out there, and obviously those will get cheaper. But either way, to have an entire rig set up like that in your house is just not something that I foresee ever becoming really readily available, at least in our lifetime.
So when will it not be a gimmick for you anymore?
I don't personally. I think the way for it to no longer become a gimmick, anything like that, is augmented reality, because then I can just walk around. I can just live my life. I can do everything with just like a pair of glasses on, a visor, something like that, and I can walk around the real world. To me, that's how I'm going to get fully immersed, is being able to walk out my door and go do something. To even just run around my house and do something. As long as I am restricted to a chair or a room or anything like that, it's a ton of fun. I'm not trying to turn anyone off to VR. I absolutely love it. I think it's worth going to get. I think it's a ton, just absolutely amazing product. I just don't see me being able to prolonged play that. I don't see me putting. I don't ever see me putting away my console for a VR. And I feel like that is when it'll break out of the gimmick. Okay. Is when when that becomes your go-to.
I was just going to say that.
Instead of you going, I'm going to go turn on my PS4 and play For Honor, you're like, I'm going to go turn on my VR and play Rainbow Six.
Okay, so do you think that we will ever have virtual reality like SAO?
Not in our lifetime, no. I don't.
Okay.
I do not believe that.
Fair.
Well, not like that immersive.
Yeah.
So the question,
yep,
if you want to read it to me.
Yep. Is VR going to become a serious gaming platform, or will it always be a gimmick?
I think that VR up until, like, I guess I agree with you on that, because VR right now is like super gimmicky.
And this is already after breaking away from like some of the old like true gimmick VRs.
True, but I think that
virtual.
I think we can look at VR as mobile gaming. Mobile gaming started out as a gimmick. You had like
100%.
A draw app, Snake. You just had these little time throwaway games. It wasn't a serious business. And then certain games come out for it, because like if you look at the VR games that are coming out,
like
you don't
Infinity
have
Blade.
you don't have any VR games coming out that you can truly like let's look at games like The Witcher. Okay, that's a really immersive world, right? So how long would you say, if you had, say, 24 hours in a day to sit down and play The Witcher, you would spend most of those 24 hours playing The Witcher, wouldn't you?
Yes.
100%, yeah,
absolutely.
But if you had a VR headset that had an immersive full-length game like The Witcher, you would not spend the same amount of time.
Correct.
Because you got this huge, sweaty, hot piece of machinery on your
sense.
head. It's going to get way on your head after a while. I mean, James, you were in the military. You wore a helmet.
Oh,
you were too.
I'm going to tell you right now, the absolute number one most horrible thing about being in the Army, especially patrolling, is your K-pot. That is absolutely.
And on
the
top
worst.
of that, the VR is really weird too, because it's not like wearing a hat. Because I don't normally wear hats. I actually just recently started wearing a hat.
Me neither,
And I really enjoy it. Yeah, right. But so like unlike a hat where the weight is like evenly on your head, it's right here on the front of your face.
Yes.
Like, it's a really weird spot.
But I think it's going to be. They're going to become glasses, though. I'm telling you.
it's gonna look like Star Trek.
That's going to be a while. I mean, we first off, we've already built bendable screens, but that technology is not readily available and super expensive.
Correct.
That's true.
So we have the technology to build that, but we can't market it in such a way to the consumer.
No,
right now, I mean, Arctic Games is actually in chat, and he actually said it well. He's like, VR isn't good enough right now. I'd wait 5 or 6 years before they come mandatory. And I completely agree with that. 5-6 years down the line, we'll have the technology, the way technology advanced, to wear the glasses you put on, have like nice, like your little earbuds will be able to do your 7.1.
They'll do everything besides games.
It's going to be those Oakley sunglasses again.
Yeah, and they've already got like the 3D video you can do on your and the 3D pictures, so you're like, oh, check it out, I was here, and you can show people.
Yeah,
that'd be really neat.
I mean, but with VR though, it's like right now, it's totally gimmicky. I wouldn't be able to sit down. Like, I mean, you have like games that look fun to play.
Oh yeah.
Like I would love to sit down and draw a forest scene in that one, I forgot what it's called, where you draw with
the Google.
Well, it's like HTC Vive, but you draw 3D pictures.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I just saw a commercial
yeah,
for
and
that.
it's all like it's like a Lightroom or whatever like
Dude,
that.
that shit looks
But,
phenomenal.
build a forest scene, have like a nice little reaction forest scene that you built. That's a little bit. Or
a Google
Zach
Light
says,
brush
who
or
was it
something.
though? Somebody.
Zach says VR for Gran Turismo. The thing about that is like it's even though it's a full length game, each race is only like 5-10 minutes.
Yep.
And then you can take it off. You can
Yeah.
rest before you go to the next race. What is Riggs? He says Riggs seems pretty serious, but then again, in rigs is going to be 3v3 combat. Each match is going to last, 5 minutes?
Yeah,
Dude,
exactly.
You know?
Yeah.
Rigs just became available for reserve, and I got that shit because that shit's gonna be awesome.
One of our pigs, I don't know if he's watching right now or not, but Reed, he said he thinks in the future we're gonna get to go to like an art gallery, and you're gonna put on these glasses, and they're gonna be wireless signal, and you're gonna put them on. You're gonna walk through a room that's probably just gonna be black if you don't have glasses on, but all you see is people's 3D art painted, and it's
That'd be
gonna be
cool.
just all over the room.
Well, that one he was
amazing.
just talking about, you can actually share those
Yes.
things online, so
So
you can do it
cool.
right from your room.
That's so
you can do it from
awesome.
your own house, and you can walk through their art, which
But
is
it'll,
pretty cool.
but it'll be really cool to
Oh, yeah, 100%.
be able to go to like a gallery
With, like,
and
other
see,
people.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly, and see something like that. Can you imagine that though? Because if you're not wearing those glasses, you're
all-
just standing there watching people. This here makes me feel as if it's reaching into my soul, and you're just like,
So it would be a white room, which is basically what people
Exactly.
do with art now.
Yeah.
I would,
they're just like-
I would draw a full-scale replica size of like an old Civil War battlefield, but nothing but stick figures.
That'd be
Fuck
awesome.
yes.
Oh, that'd be
Dude,
awesome.
I have to
Because
say,
modern art is not
this
art.
man right here draws the best stick figures.
I'm pretty
They're
biased.
savage.
That's pretty true.
I've been
That's
kicked
pretty
out of
true.
school twice because they were so good.
You got kicked out of art class.
Twice.
You
It
didn't
was an art class. I got kicked out of school, like suspended twice.
because your stick figures were just on point.
Yeah, they were on point. They're like, wow,
well, remember
the
you-
gore in the stick figure drawing is like,
You had that dick face too,
what stick figure? I draw.
the real veiny, manly bastard that you did.
Oh yeah, dude, I'm real good at drawing dicks, dude.
Of
course,
that
if
right
I,
now.
can, I guarantee you,
Big
the
veiny,
first-
triumphant
the first thing
bastard.
I get, I can draw anything. I want to actually learn how to draw art. And I want to do a lot of digital art. That's one of the things that I want to do. But I know if I get this game, put on that HTC 5, the first thing I'm going to draw is a giant 3D veiny cock. So I'm going to be like, monument to
That would be
success.
With like stick figures like standing on
Worship,
top.
worshiping.
Like, yes, dude. Yeah.
Well, see, that would be good for people that do digital movies, kids movies, or whatever.
Or
You're not
whatever.
talking about the
No,
veiny-
not that. Not that.
I was like, digital kid
Damn it,
movies
Andy.
involving
Pixar. Digital
Pixar.
dick.
I was like,
Dixar.
I was like, this guy.
All right.
This
Let's
took-
move on.
all right.
This took a hard right.
It took a
okay?
U-turn.
Which
is what it
took
did.
a hard
Conversation
something.
hasn't yet.
It's true. It's been that. It's been that
God,
kind of
all right.
podcast. I'm gonna blame you
I'm
because
sorry.
normally we're bad, but like
We're not this bad.
We add Andy to the mix, and all of a sudden things get weird.
You know what it is? It's
The boss is
the
away.
Waz isn't here. Yeah.
Yeah.
We get shitty when the Waz isn't here. He's watching right now, and he's pulling out what's left of his hair.
We could feel him judging us.
You guys-
It's like-
This is what happens when I get full reign of the podcast and I just get to host. Shit gets weird. Okay.
talk about dicks and stuff.
Hope you enjoy. Hope it's entertaining. All right, you guys. So that was our something
All right.
serious. So I like it because we had two people who were like, "Yes, it's going to be real." We had two people who were like, "No, it's pretty much just
Yeah.
a gimmick."
Yep.
I want to know what the people watching think. Like, do you think it's a gimmick? Do you think it's ever going to become something real? Let us know. Tweet it at me. Tweet it at us. Tweet it at. Just go to fatgaming.com and figure it out.
we're
from
all
there.
Yes.
there. We're
Just
all there.
figure it out from there. Okay. All right, you guys. My favorite part of the show
Yes, it is.
is the developer shout out. Developer shout out. We appreciate your hard work. For anyone who doesn't know, this is the part of the
yes.
show.
Yeah, I like
That was nice. This is the part of the show where we pick a developer from a game we've been playing, a developer you've probably never heard of, who makes the games you love, who allows us to do this shit that we do every week. Come on here, talk about it, kind of rant, be stupid, be fun. And
We're also the only people who do this.
give them the respect that they deserve. So, James, who's our developer for the week?
All right, our developer for the week. This one was probably one of the hardest ones I to locate before because of its popularity currently and all the good things that it's been doing for the economy, for people, for families, everything. I wanted to do something from Pokemon Go, so I went to Niantic Games online and I tried to find a developer. Really hard to find somebody and really narrow it down to an employee. So what I found was the visual designer of the game.
Okay.
He's making everything that we're looking at. Granted, he did not create Pokemon himself.
Of course.
But he's made them look really good. And for the game working on GPS apps and stuff like that, I'd say he's done a good job. So his name is Dennis. If I get it wrong, I'm sorry. It's Dennis Huang, Hwang. He is a Korean who lives in Knoxville, Tennessee currently. He is a graphic artist and graduated from Stanford University out in California. He's won the Appalachian Arts Fellow Award, too, so he's got that going for him. And I couldn't find any other games that he's worked on before. However, he did a great job with this, and he's been with Niantic for some time now. And he did work on Ingress, but I wasn't able to find out what he did for Ingress.
I was going to say he probably worked on Ingress as well because
did.
I know a lot of those people just came straight over to Pokemon Go. So anybody who doesn't know, Niantic is obviously the people who made Pokemon Go. They also made a game beforehand called Ingress, which is actually almost identical to Pokemon Go. It's got a lot of the same features.
They're
You
using
go
the
out
same like build on it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You
go out
could
to the
actually
world-
follow the Ingress maps to find the Pokemon Go stops in your area.
Can you
Yeah,
really?
indeed.
That's
Oh.
awesome.
Yeah.
I didn't know that. But it's built around the same thing, getting you out, walking around, finding these different stops, battling for the stops, taking them over, and then other teams coming through and taking them. It's really cool because a lot of people got really hooked to Ingress when it came out, but it was really like a cult following. Like,
Yes,
people
correct.
who were into the game.
To be fair, that
loved
game
it.
was really culty. I'm not even joking.
No,
No,
he's
no,
not.
I got
The
you.
Enlightened
Yeah.
versus the
No, I get it.
Resistance.
But
That's
that was-
culty.
That was the whole thing. Is it just had like a really strong cult following, which is great. And then this company basically took it, added. Nintendo kind of found them. They were like, "Hey, you guys have made a great game. You guys know what you're doing when it comes to these mobile apps that actually act as real games. Would you make this game?" They made it. They rolled out Pokemon Go, and it's actually been phenomenal. So it's
Yes.
great for them to get the recognition they deserve.
And the fact that it started off as a joke is the best thing about it, I think. The game started off as a joke. They were going to make a short video on YouTube and Google of the former CEO of Nintendo who passed
Yep.
away, running around tossing Pokeballs and catching things. It was just going to be a joke, and now it's this huge game.
That's
Yeah.
awesome.
It's fantastic. I mean,
Yep.
just to go. I mean, I don't go outside.
No, you don't.
I don't. All right, this pale skin doesn't happen because I'm outside a lot. It happens because I stay indoors playing video games my entire life since I was like 3. I think that's when I stopped going outside. So now I like walk to my car, which is in a garage, and I drive to work, and then I like beeline into work as quick as I can.
My skin!
So I'm normally outside for like a total in a day, like 2 minutes.
When you take the trash outside.
Total.
Yeah.
I make somebody else do
I
that.
cook my arms. I have a really
Nah.
gnarly farmer's tan.
I grew up in the days of living outside as children, so...
Fuck
Right?
that. That shit's overrated. All right, I have enough of imagination
Especially here.
inside. That. I grew up here. I grew up here in Tucson, Arizona.
I didn't grow up in the desert,
This
too.
summer we just hit 118 degrees. All right, I
Yeah,
don't
we
want
did.
skin cancer. I don't.
And now a bunch of people have it here
Yeah.
just
Oh,
because
yeah.
of this.
Yeah.
No, I'm just kidding.
But either way, this game is getting me outside. It's getting me to walk around. I feel healthier, even if I'm not like actually like any healthier. It just feels good to like get up and walk.
does.
I
and
guarantee
be,
you
be
are
moving.
actually healthier from this,
Oh, yeah.
legitimately.
I
We
don't
all
think.
are.
I don't think. I'm think I'm killing myself more.
Yeah.
It's,
Yeah,
it's
no.
making me.
No.
Yeah.
Depends on how much you're walking. I got a nice walk out of Reed Park.
You
the other
just
day.
The
said you
first day I
walked all the
did,
way around and back the other night.
I was like,
Yeah.
how
That
can
was
I play this
definitely-
game
No,
without
my
walking?
body did not like that.
but it
No.
did.
No, it
We
didn't.
walked. I earned 3 kilometers on my egg the night we were at Reed Park.
Nice.
That is.
But no, it really is doing a lot of good. And so for like somebody,
Yes.
somebody like that who has made a game before and has worked on a game and didn't really get any recognition for what he did.
Now he does.
And is now putting out Pokemon Go, and now we're going to honor him on our show. So,
Yes.
I
So
think
thank
that's
you,
really
Dennis
cool.
Huang.
Thank
we
you.
appreciate your work.
Fat Island Gaming, we love you.
Indeed.
All right, you're watching chat. Do we have any other questions before we sign off?
Nope. Pika One Up actually joined our stack. Was talking with us. He just wanted to go ahead and say that beard, dudes.
Which beard?
Probably yours.
Probably yours because yours is the longest
You have
one
a
right
nice
now.
beard too. I just trimmed
Mine's
mine up.
mine's getting. It's coming back now.
Yours is
Mine
more.
is coming
Yours
back.
is definitely the most shapely.
Yeah. Yeah.
You've got like a nice like.
He does.
I take time with it.
Yeah, it's
prior to my last trim. I was like,
yeah.
this.
That was beast
Yeah, it
before.
was.
I had to
it's
take
coming
off
back.
my sides. Remember my sides were coming out.
Yes.
Yours is like a little bit in between ours.
I guess so.
It's just like because
I
it's
shortened
like,
it up a
yeah.
little bit.
yeah. You took a little bit off. Yeah.
So I've been thinking about trimming it just because it's getting a little unruly.
Just shape
plus,
it. Just shape
plus, well, no, okay. So
Sorry, you continue to talk about beers.
well, the problem is like when I go to work, it's really humid. So like
Yes,
my
it
beard
is.
by the end of the day is just like. It looked like an afro on my chin. It's like I wake up in the morning, I get
love
out of the
that.
shower.
I love that.
It's all shaped. It's all perfect. I'm like, yeah, this looks great. 5 minutes into work, it's like, psh. I'm like,
Pika One Up says,
care.
"Yeah, Mr. Ginger, the Legend Beard Man." That's you.
I'll
gotta,
take it.
Mr.
Yeah, take it, man.
I'll take it. It's because
So,
my beard's red.
I think
Yeah, it is a little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is.
It is.
the I'm gonna say this wrong because it looks like
Don't
Fate
do
of
it.
the-
It looks even more red on video.
Don't do it.
looks like or maybe Theta Linquent says, "Yo, you heard the story about the people setting up the fake beacons for people to search for in isolated areas to rob them? I believe that was in Chicago."
What?
Yeah, that did happen. They were caught.
Damn.
They were caught very, very quickly. They're not out anymore, and there hasn't been
Good.
any more reports of robberies since then. But yeah, it happened in Chicago.
Keep in mind with
They
Pokemon
got
Go,
screwed up.
because
Of course
of its
it happened in
popularity, about 90% of the shit that you hear about that game
It's
going
not
on
real.
is like super hyped up, not real.
The feet count.
It's-
That's right.
It's all
and that's about
hyperbole,
it.
like, at this point.
Honestly, all I can say, and this is with anything you do, like video games, Pokemon
careful.
Go, yeah, just be smart and be careful. Like we were discussing it 2 podcasts ago, where we were discussing like having it in weird spots, like Raytheon and stuff like that. And some people were saying they shouldn't, and I straight up said, I was like, I don't give a fuck. They can have those Pokemon stops wherever. It's on us to be smart enough to go, that's not a place I should go. It's against the law for me to go there. It's unsafe for me to go there.
You
And
changed
this
my
is-
opinion on that,
This is
yeah.
just a video game.
Yeah.
Like at the end of the day, like Dragonite is my favorite Pokemon. I have a tattoo of Dragonite on my leg. If I saw a Dragonite in an area that had armed guards or a place that I thought I was genuinely putting myself in danger, I just wouldn't go
If
there.
it was on the south
He's
side,
lying. He would
dark
go there.
pitched alley.
or he
Done
done
deal.
get me and Josh.
Tucson, okay. You guys.
Oh, sorry, yeah.
We don't have like we don't have like a ghetto. It's just like 3 houses that need to get painted. That's like as bad as we get. Okay.
Well, I will go ahead.
Let's just go ahead and say,
I don't want to
yeah,
like
sure.
visually correct you or correct you on the stream. I don't make a habit of doing that. But South Tucson is one of the most dangerous
Oh,
cities
yes.
in America.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah,
That's what I'm talking
There
about.
is a
That's a statistic.
yeah. You can't fight that.
Go
Okay.
walk
No,
into
okay.
the Walmart.
But there is a
Off
okay,
Valencia
So for anybody who doesn't
and
know, so
919.
we live in Tucson, and then inside of Tucson there is another city
Mexico.
called South Tucson. It's like a square block. It's just this absolutely absurd like
little bigger
city.
than that.
And everything's in Spanish.
I think it's like 4 square blocks maybe. But either way, it's teeny fucking tiny. It's literally a city.
I
in
hate
our
even going
city.
to the VA. I'm like driving
a little
down
bit
6.
bigger,
I'm
but
like,
yeah, I mean, they put a lot of like. Why did they put the VA there?
that's what I'm saying. Maybe it wasn't bad when they built it.
So we do have another
Anyways, I'm
question,
sorry.
and this is from Pico One Up, and this is a really, really good fucking question.
Oh, cool. I'm
Oh,
excited.
yes.
I'm excited.
Let's do it.
Why do they package hot dogs in packages of 10, but hot dog buns in packages of 8?
Okay.
That-
Okay, no, there's a reason for that.
I know.
So you buy more.
I don't know. I just knew there was a reason for it.
And the reason for that is they've actually started to change that. We went down on July 4th because I was going to buy some hot dogs and hamburgers because that's the American thing to do.
They match each other now.
And I bought a package of hot dog buns, and I bought a package of hot dogs, and they had both exactly 8.
That is
Okay.
awesome.
No, okay. Why they
I didn't know
should-
that.
No, they need to change that. They need to go back to 10 because every time I cook hot dogs, I burn one and I drop another.
Maybe that's why.
So then there's 8 left and it matches my hot dog
Or
bun.
what if somebody doesn't want buns because too much?
Well, to
too
be
much
fair,
carbs?
yeah.
Yeah,
I
get it.
also,
I get it.
when cooking hot dogs, I know I'm going to at least lose one of them in the fucking grill.
100%.
Idiot.
Oh, yeah.
100% of the time.
And then I'm gonna like the dog's gonna come up and be like, "What the fuck are you gonna cook?"
So you
I'm gonna
give
feel
him one.
bad, so I'm gonna give the dog. I got 3 dogs, so I can split 1 hot dog into 3.
And then you have 8 left that match your hot dog buns.
Bam, there we
Boom.
go.
You heard it here first. That's why it happened. And then they changed it because everyone bitched about it.
What they should
What a
do
fantastic
is
question.
put eight hot dogs in one
All right, I
package
have a
and
real
10
question.
buns because those buns suck.
Yeah, right?
And they fall apart. Like you got to put a hot dog in there,
It
and it
just
like
rips
falls
through?
through.
Yeah.
And you're
Yep.
like, you
That
basically just have
sucks.
like a long,
That
shitty,
sucks.
enriched flour sandwich.
And then ketchup
I
all
had-
over your hands.
A hot dog for dinner.
Whoa.
dang.
How American of you.
Thank you.
Yeah, I tried.
Or Oscar Meyer.
Meyer.
Oscar Minor.
Yeah.
That's right. Hanging out with the minor 49er.
You
huh?
know it,
Okay,
man.
see, if I would ask this question.
What question?
I just saw a post, and I don't know if it was on Phatt Island or if it was on the Arizona Pokemon Go, whatever. Is the guy really autistic that made Pokemon Go?
Oh, yes, he is.
Yeah,
I
absolutely.
did not know that until
100%.
today, and I
100%.
was like, that is mind
So,
Totally true.
For anybody who doesn't know, Pokemon was actually created. The creator actually
That is awesome.
built it around collecting bugs. So when he was a kid, he used to go out and collect bugs. He would catch them. He would kind of keep them. Stuff like that. I don't think he battled them because, I mean, well, if he did, that'd be fucking awesome.
I really hope he
that'd
did.
be
No,
awesome.
they do that in Japan.
Okay. Either way, though, so that was like his hobby growing
Josh
up.
knows.
He was just kind of that kid who went around and collected bugs, and a lot of people, obviously, to most people, that might be considered weird or kind of outrageous. So what he did was he actually took what he loved growing up that made him weird and different, and he created an entire game genre off of it. That's now huge and phenomenal. Now
That is awesome.
fucking everybody in the world's playing Pokemon Go, which is really cool. So yeah, it actually stemmed from just like this kid growing up and just you know.
That is really awesome.
Yeah,
That is
he
awesome.
He is 100% legit autistic. Yes,
That is-
He's on the spectrum. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, so it's hard to say, where on this.
Yeah, exactly.
So.
Still, fact of the matter, that's awesome.
Yeah, it's super awesome.
I got my beard hair all up on this.
So we got anything left?
I think that's it, you guys.
that it? Cool.
That was it. Thanks for hanging out with us, you guys. Definitely join me tomorrow because I will be streaming Star Wars Battlefront. I'll be doing it at 8 p.m. Pacific time.
Pretty sure.
If
I'm
I
gonna
had
join
that,
you.
I'd join you.
Do it.
I might join you. Yeah.
Join me.
I might join
There's
you.
going to be
Do
a
it on
couple of us
PlayStation?
playing. On PlayStation, yeah.
It was on sale, and I wanted it, and I didn't have the money because I spent everything else on Steam.
Damn you, Steam.
So we'll be doing that. We do have streams going on all week. So if you guys just go to our Twitch page, you can pretty much find everything from there. It'll show you everything. And then there's all of our faces. So click on our face. It'll take you right to our Twitters.
Right underneath our where you're watching the video in the square right now.
Yeah.
A roll
So,
rectangle.
Nice.
But no, we have streams going every day. So Monday
Every
we do
day.
the podcast. Throughout the rest of the week, one of us is going to be playing games. We always have late nights with Zach. So if you stay up really late, because a lot of us stream a little bit earlier, you can do those.
Yeah,
we
follow,
do.
follow him on Twitter
Yeah.
because he will go ahead and update you. Sometimes he's not able to stream every night.
But it's, so he'll keep you up to date, and it's not always at like most of us stream at like a specific time. He does really late nights, so it's fluctuates a little bit.
Somewhere between 1 and 2 he starts
Yeah,
usually. Yeah.
So definitely go follow us, whichever personality you like the best. Follow us on Twitter. Let us know, and we will catch you guys next week. All right.
Thanks for joining us.
Have
guys.
a good one, you guys. Later.
Bye, everyone.